Uguo niguo ndirenda kumwira ati my father augire itangiacokire muci ndungiarugamira. Riu ni twarangirie hau tukiruta album tukiona muturire uria ikaraga America. And I can tell you, I wish I had the album here. He used to live the life. He used to be in pastoralism. He used to evangelical. He used to be in a church, play guitar. He used to have the afro and the good pants and everything. So he lived the life. Then he came home. He met a community that rejected him. He met a people who did not accept who he was now. And even himself. Get this. Don't blame just the community. Even himself, he never understood why people were who they were at the time. Tondu riu uma America, na ni andu aria mathiete mabũrũri ma ũgeni-inĩ magacoka Kenya, ni marealizaga atiriri, just by stepping out of Kenya, out of Africa, when they come back, they come with a different, especially ugithi Europe na UK na Europe na America, USA, ucokaga Africa we mundu transformed for whatever reason. What become more of a liberal person. No, itwe culture ito ni conservative. We are conservative society. Woka America ukatwika a liberal person. So don't get converted more conservative. Africans are conservative. So if anything, you can only be liberal. So anybody who comes from America to Africa, he is a liberal. Because you cannot be any more conservative than the African people. So that one has to be said straightforward. So my dad yacokari atwikire a liberal person. Na undu uria gwiciragia watumire makorwo na conflict na my mom re. Ni the fact my mom was still a conservative lady with the conservative beliefs, ideas, religion. So my dad came with the theology of liberalism. Ati uri mundu wa kihonoko na maundu mothe ri, there was room for secular life. Ndio kana mnaona ati to mutike confine hari religion, mu open up, muhote ku have different ideas, muhote gukorwo na meciria tofauti, muhote ati tikuga mweherere maundu ma kiungai, aca no mu give room to different ideas. No undu ucio uroka kwira andu ati andu makorite na deep conservative beliefs. So first you are rejected. Urarehe maundu mageni, maundu contrary to our beliefs, where you are coming to poison our people. That is one. Two, whatever you are saying, it is American, it's not African. So don't bring it here. Three, when deep within you kona ino ne archaic culture. Oyo ni utoro uria wa tene. It's a retrogressive behavior, kana cultural behavior. Kugo that conflict. That conflict neo yatumire, I think, to my thinking, you darora from now doka go kwa America riu gerora from here to there, gehothira ta my father de America, garora Africa, kana garora maisha maria maikaragwo Kenya, kana uturo uri Kenya. Ungithio tari careful, wathie kuhana torenda kucenjia andu before their time, you'll have a problem. Tondu ungimacenjia ni gucenjia, na tondu we ni uramenya uri uramenya ri, with what I know right now ri, ndigithi Kenya ri, ndigeragia kwira andu mahane tani, nyenda kuhana tao. Ni na maundu maria ndina mo ri ngeheragia harimo, tondu maundu maya ndina mo haha kiongo ri na meciria na ngoro ri ni ma America ti ma Kenya, by extension ya Africa. Koguo we muthikiriria wako ri diaspora, maundu maria urarani Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Europe, UK, guku America, ndukamatware Kenya utue ati riu ni ukwira andu a Kenya maikare maisha mau. Andu a Kenya nio magukwira uria maikaraga, nawe witikire guikara uguo kana ucoke uguo, na to hari na gap, hena gap iria wikarite nja wa bururi. Iyo no uranire gap iyo no witikirire uthomithio gucoka ukachapu ucoke thutha kiuthie mbere. We uri mbere riu, we uri mbere miaka woka guku miaka 10 urugaga miaka 10 mbere ya andu aria me Kenya. koguo no cokire thutha miaka 10 nigetha okay ofitini haha muthio kahora nao twe hamwe ni turaiguanira riu koguo ri njoke hari mutheto niwe ndirahuthira ta example ri my father njira uguo ri ni ndaiguire ndi defeated no ngikiuga no sawa na baba eke indike mwire ni athire kayore akigeria kuhingura kanitha ikirema akigeria maundu maingi akigeria agiuka nginya Kenya mucii gia kanja akigeria kuhingura Bible study ikiaga gupiki akigeria kuhingura kindu gietagwo baba watoto my father my late father etagwo niki ahingurite cia cukuru ya Bible study ya ciana na kaundu kau niko nyonaga guko ka Bible study ga ciana tu guthomithia ciana biblical ideas only akiuga ndirenda guthomithia andu agima ndirithomithagia watoto wadogo kujeni kwangu I'll teach now I see what my dad was trying to do. He was trying to build a foundation from ground up to ni realize andu agima ndangimacenjia ri the way they believe and the way they see things ri aidaga kuoya twana tunini atuthomithie the biblical ideas iria thomete America theology iria thomete America ri amirutie thi ahande mbegu hari twana tunini tukure turi kindu tofauti na society no already ya outgrowite kulani more new ideas nikane mwanyita ha ati my dad are so ahead of time ati arorire community na society akirora akiona atiriri di ko pushi adwaya to believe in something that technically ni rejected. What I'll do, I'll open a center, baba watoto center, dehe twana tunini, to educate, todo it's little kids are blank slate, to inculcate with these new ideas that I learn in America, these biblical ideas with a new concept of life, which is liberal biblical ideas. Ati doge restrain within the biblical conservative ideas. Just open up, leave the churchish way, but still don't do crazy stuff. And that is where American people ogera kanitha cia goko na cia Kenya ni irona ni rangia go catch up. The way the women dress in church now, you tell me. The way the pastors dress in church, you tell me. The way the church offering is being given, the way the decoration of the church is nowadays, you tell me. Because initially, that kind of setup was lavish. It was the concept ya kanitha simplicity. Gold, diamond, jewelry all over the place. The windows are aluminum. And everything now has transformed to what my dad used to see. Now, my late father, tukiaria nake na muthikiriria haha, my late father tukiaria nake, I'm talking about in 2007 abai muigeria kiongo-ini undu ucio 2007 koguo ni 3 years there plus these 3, those are 6 plus 10, 16 years ago. Where we are today in Kenya, my dad was there 16 years ago. Now, those 16 years ago, what my dad was visualizing. Can you tell me back then told no udosho niguo watumite mahitania na my mother ri ka niguo wari conflicting na andwa ginya andwa ma musaraudite ri imagine miaka ĩrĩa ogerege 10 hau. So 26 years ago my dad saw what we are seeing today. The fact that enda kuhingura cukuru ya twana tunini atwike enda gupush the envelope had 10 years arehe twana tu tugikinya miaka 20 koni aikarire koni ageire na momentum ahingure gacukuru athondeke curriculum ĩrĩa ari nayo haha kiongo agia pushire twana tu tondu twana tu riu tungiri miaka 20 twana tu 26 ni ithwe twana tu riu ithwe I'm almost 30 something now twana tu tha ici ni ithwe ta imagine ndigire way ahead riu to ndigire Kenya no ndigire ciri ura ndireciria tha icire twana tu tungihana tu alien Kenya tungihana tu alien tondu riri mwana aragiciria outside the world ko ari mbere 26 years ago ya andu aria me Kenya ri. Can you tell me what kind of a child is that? Is he not an alien in that context? Yamuhe karugano gaka tondu it intrigues me when I think about it. It even frightens me sometimes to see how a man who was ahead of his time was rejected by his own people. Was rejected. He was dismissed. He was crushed by what he had here. Akiracirwo ni maundu maria mari kiongo-ini giki giake. Utonga wa meciria, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the concept of transition, revolution, evolution. Maundu maria my dad ari na muhaha umuthi o dige ma deconstruct. If I deconstruct who my father was today, he was 30 years ahead of time. I'm not exaggerating this. I'm telling you because I'm in America right now. I'm not speaking at the Dirariogo Day Kenya, Dirariogo Day in the United States of America, where my father was years back in the 80s. That's in 86, 87, 88. Okay. So between 80, you take it 86 to 89, there about that gap. So within that range of time is when my dad came back to Africa, within that period of time, because I was born after he came back. So can you imagine the knowledge he came with 35 years ago is when that is being realized in Kenya? How can you blame the people who he interacted with? How can you blame my mother? The woman that a different man came home from the man that he married. How can you blame the brothers and sisters? How can you blame the co-workers? How can you blame the employer? How can you blame anybody who was 35 years behind his time? How can you blame these people who were 35 years behind my father's time? Ugema blame wate atajira ya twaitu. Kone inywe. Ati muthuri ucio athire akigeria kayore kanitha ikirema. Niki tondu kanitha iria arageria ku establish ndiri ho. Did exist? Tondu iria ere at the time he cannot think it will matter. He does not see it. He became blind. Atwikire gitumumu, atwikire mundu utarona, atarahota ku conceptualize the life at the time. Aonaga mbere no undu ucio conflict, uga create a conflict, aka create a rift, uga create a rift between the two sides, in such that he could not gel with the moment. Went on and on and on and on. He fell into stress, depression. He became violent. He became lost in his own world. Musio kiharagana, tukiharagana idhuothe. Musio kiharagana. I'm telling you, we all dispersed like nobody's business. Niki, tondo, this man could not understand why the society had done what it did to him. How did they community agire kumuhe platform niki? Okay, maybe me ate na ali 35 years behind. Ndingehotire ku articulate, ku conceptualize undu ucio. Na nikio ndiramwira atiriri inywe mwe diaspora, murenda guthie Kenya, mureciria Kenya ni ready. Do you think Kenya is ready for you? Do you think Africa is ready for you? Inywe murathi Ghana, Nigeria, kuria kungi, mureciria bururi ucio continent yo ready for you? No limo cio mwenaguo tondu ucio ni urimo murute gukurimo mutware Kenya. Wathi Kenya mundu andu aitu ugathi ukenyihia ukahana mugeni ukauga ni ndoka munyoni uria muikaraga guku uria mwaragia guku uria mu approach ka maundu guku uria mwate ugathi kuria ukoni uria maundu maikarago no ungithi kuria uhane toroni andu uria maguikara umenye methutha miaka 10 kana kibao koguo ugukorwo kirwa na ruwi ugeragia ruwi rwambate kirima na ruwi ni guikuruka ruraikuruka ni ugukuo ni maai andu aitu. Take that to the bank. Ugukuo ni maai uharagane no togo cio waku na indo icio ciaku tondu you cannot defeat a culture, a belief ndungi defeat witikio ndungi ni ta maundu ma muonaga na guku gwa ithiramu kuri maundu utangi defeat na mbeca na micinga. America egeretie karemo ekeinde mwene na micinga na mabomu na indo ciothe makaremo gucenjia witikio na belief na culture ya andu. Weta njira na kadora kau gaku kanini ri na gathomo gako thomete guku America urecia ni uguthio cenjia andu aria me Kenya we urecia no uthio macenji